All right, what's up, guys? We're playing some rapid chess on chess.com. And before I get started, quick reminder, Chess Vibes Academy is opening on April 27th. That is Monday, in like, what, 5 days from now. So mark your calendars or click the link in the description. You can get on the wait list. That's going to be amazing. You're not going to want to miss it. It's only going to be open for a couple of days. So I highly recommend mark that down if you don't want to forget about it. Okay, I'm going to jump into some games now. I'm going to be playing some different openings. So feel free to super chat suggestions. I'll try to play those if I can. If more than one person super chats, I'll just choose the highest. What's up, Ryan? How's it going, man? Hey, Rob. What's going on? Let me just make sure that my settings are okay over here. Yes, looks good. All right, here we go. We're going to jump into a game. And what do I see in the chat? I see London system. Okay, let's play a London. Let's play a London. Why not? Knight f6. I guess we can go knight f3 and bishop f4. I don't really play the London, but we're going to see what happens here. We are going to see what happens. So the reason that I am trying to play different openings, by the way, d6. Okay, so they want to just do this. I think I'll just go with kind of the typical London here. I mean, there's the Jobava London, but I don't really know those lines too well. I think I'll just go with this one. The reason I'm wanting to do this is because as I try to become a grandmaster, I'm going to have to go to tournaments, and I don't want to be so predictable to where everybody just knows, like, oh yeah, Nelson always just plays the Von Hennig Gambit against the Caro-Kann. He always just plays e4. He always just, because that's kind of a disadvantage if everybody knows exactly what you're going to do. So that's my plan. All right, let's play c3 because I don't want this bishop to get captured. Interesting that they put the knight there. Now we can go bishop d3. So we've just got the kind of the typical London system set up here. They might be looking at e5. Let's just consider there is this. There is that. Takes. Yeah, I don't think we want to do that. So let's play queen e2. We might go here. We might go e4. And also, if anything happens on the d file, this is defended. We could actually castle both directions, which I do like. I would not be opposed to castling this way and throwing some pawns forward, although black has not castled yet. So let's see what they're going to do. You were watching a series on Netflix and then you saw the notification and came running. Hey, that's what I like to hear. I like being above Netflix in the priority list. All right, so they're kind of trying to wait too. So this is interesting, right? This is really interesting. Let's keep waiting. Let's play h3. This is a useful move, I think, because we could save our bishop. Also, it could be used to attack over here. And I'm trying to see if black will now give me some information about where the king's going to be, right? No, they don't want to. Okay, well, that's kind of some information, actually. They're probably not going to castle this way anymore. So, e4, g4, castle. I think I'll just wait on castling and maybe play e4. What are they going to do? Look at my nice center. Look at these beautiful London pieces. Yeah, Rob, I was thinking the exact same thing with Ryan's comment. Okay, rook d8. So they decide to not castle that way, which means the king is either going to go here or it's going to stay in the middle. Bishop b5 is an interesting move. It's actually a double pin, not a double pin. I don't know if that's a word, but you get the idea. It's pinned on both of these pieces. So they have to be careful, actually. They have to be really careful. E5 is, yeah, then E5 becomes really annoying. Maybe I will go here. Maybe I will. Let's do it. So I'm not exactly threatening D5 just yet. Unless I have some kind of a tactic to make it work. But I might be threatening. Let's see. E5, the knight's going to jump somewhere, though. So maybe not just yet, but we're definitely keeping an eye on this. Bone Cloud. Okay, I should have mentioned they have to be serious openings. They have to be serious openings. That's a requirement. All right, they do castle. So now we can probably just attack. I could castle first and then attack. Make sure my king is out of the center. Let's do it. But my intentions are pretty clear, right? I'm going to launch these pawns here. Fits my style nicely. And now, you know, I wonder if we could get away with this. Takes, 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 takes. There's a rook here. I guess because the bishop's going to be under attack. Probably not, but kind of awkward for black still to get rid of this pin unless they're going to go queen c8, which I guess is not a bad move. Okay, that's what they do. So probably just g4. I mean, can't really go wrong with a move like that. Everything looks very well defended. I also don't think they can attack me so easily because this is not able to support here. This is blockaded. They might have to try something like knight a7 and then, you know, okay, that's exactly what they're going to do. I'm going to go back. Yuri Shabanov became a GM at the age of 66. Whoa. Well, that's, I guess, encouraging. C5. Okay, so I don't think what we want is to let them open up this. So I'm thinking... Actually, maybe it's not a big deal. We could just play king b1. And then we can always play rook c1. I don't think it's a huge deal, actually. I don't have an easy way to stop it because I don't want to go here and just lose a pawn, probably. So this should be fine, though. If they take, I take back. No big deal. Rook c1 if we need it. Maybe just some pawn pushes over here. 66, huh? So was he like a strong player before that, or he just like started playing chess later? Why don't I play the Sicilian? I have played the Sicilian before. I haven't really studied it much, and it's one of those openings that if you haven't studied it, you have to be really careful. Oh, do I have my my cursor on? I do, don't I? Hold on a second. How did that happen? How did we do that? We don't want the cursor on. Okay. There we go. There we go. Yeah, they're trying to attack me, but do I even care about this? I might just push by and... I mean, yeah, there's this, but we're going to get the rook there. Alternatively, a3, but then... maybe a knight's going to go there. I think I'm just going to leave it. Takes, takes. I guess I have to actually be careful. Takes, takes. Queen goes there immediately. So maybe I do need to play a3 or rook c1. Let's play rook c1. Basically, if they go here, I'm going to play, yeah, b3. If they take, I take back, and now I don't have to worry about the queen coming here and checkmating me because my rook is in position. Okay. That's a pawn sacrifice if we want to take it, but actually maybe it's not because this is going to be hanging. Here, I mean, what's the threat? Here, we just take it. We tuck the king. I think we're fine. I'm thinking about rook g1. Yeah, let's go rook g1. I want to get away from this bishop. Also, now I'm supporting the pawn. I can play h4, h5, something like this. I don't see how black's really going to do too much. I mean, b4, I just take it, right? I have this lined up on the queen. c4, I just take it. What? Don't I just take it? What's the deal? This is defended, right? Take it. Okay. Which way is the question? Ah, do they have a tactic? Oh, I didn't see this. I actually didn't see that. Okay, so maybe the simplest thing is just go back, although the knight's coming to b5. That's actually interesting. Does that actually work, though? Hold on. Does it actually work? Takes. I guess it does work. And if I take with the knight... Okay, I missed the sacrifice here. I kind of missed that one, guys. Knight b5, we could defend with queen e3, but it feels like not really what we want to do. Okay, I'm going to go back. Actually, maybe we could play bishop a4. Yeah, we're getting into a bit of a mess here. I missed this idea. It was a good idea, actually. We might still be fine. If we can get our king here and the rook on the b file, we're okay, I think. Just a question of, is knight b5 dangerous for us? Bishop a4 is a move. This one looks pretty obvious. Let's get away from checkmate. Play rook b1. 3 attackers, 3 defenders, so this is fine. Knight b5, I think I have bishop a4. Just trying to identify if they have any threats here. I don't think that's a threat to go there. We're going to play knight d7. Problem is I don't really have an attack. I can push these pawns. It's just so slow. It's just so slow. But maybe I have some time. I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to go there. So queen e3. Or bishop a4. Well, let's just defend it. I don't see how they're going to attack it right now. Maybe I should have considered queen c4, but it just didn't seem like the right move. Okay, so h5, g6. Bishop a4. Rook b4, trying to put the pressure and double up here. They haven't really done too much with these knights. So I guess now we're getting to the point where we can start. I think we have to control this b2 square. I just don't want to end up where queen comes here and checkmates me. So that's why I'm trying to keep the control of the file. Now I do have to watch out for this. But I'm expecting we can just pin it for now. Probably I can play like queen c1 actually and take this pawn. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can just trade knight b1, bishop c1. Then my bishop's actually doing something. Ah, that's what I should do. That's what I should do. Yeah. Take it, knight b1, bishop c1. That's a good idea. Because then you can you stop checkmate. And you attack this pawn. Okay, we'll go here first. We don't have time to do it now, but if they take, we can take and then do it. That's going to be great. So they either have to give me the file, or I guess play knight b4. Okay, so they give the file. So queen b4 might be a good move here. If they take and play d5, can I hold on to my pawn? Maybe not. But I have to go for it, right? Oh, they can't play d5. They can't play d5. Okay, that's good. Can't play d5 because we just take a free piece. So what are they going to play instead? The other problem is I'm going to lose on time. I have to go faster. They're going to go knight here. They're not actually threatening anything. I can play bishop c1. Threaten the pawn. Now d5 is a move. Looks like we're trading pawns. Interesting position. If we get our knight to the center, we might be okay here. Get my king out too, though. It's a pretty big deal. A3, the king can support the pawn there. C3, C2, what's happening? No, 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 no. Man, Nelson. Okay, I'm gonna resign. I don't know if we actually had a good position at any point. Yeah, we didn't ever really have a great position. They played a good game. Yeah, we never really had much. So I don't know. What can we take away from this game? Don't play the London? Is that what we can take away? I mean, okay, this can't be bad. I had a slight advantage. Okay. Stockfish doesn't like g4. It wants me to move the king right away. But I did that later. I mean, I didn't really do too much wrong. Kind of just got outplayed the whole game, so I don't feel too bad, I guess. Stockfish says don't open it up. Just play bishop c2 right away. So this was probably the biggest mistake that I made, was not realizing that I couldn't take this back. I didn't realize they had this tactic. So if I would have noticed that sooner, then okay, maybe I don't take it. Maybe I would have played bishop c2. And it's slightly better for me because I keep this b file closed. So that was one. I mean, that's not a blunder. That's like a slight oversight, I guess you could say. Yeah, and now I'm just in trouble. Stockfish says I actually have to go for this line. And then play king a1. Doesn't look very good for me, but apparently it's not that bad. Bishop c2 allows knight b5, which they did not play. They should have played knight b5 right away. Yeah, the problem is I had no attack. Like, I just had no attack whatsoever. Still, small advantage for me. So where did I really mess it up? Stockfish says king b2. Okay. So not activating the king in time. And then trading that. Apparently, if I keep the bishops on the board, I'm out. This just looks so scary. Look at this. This looks so scary. But I guess you're fine. Somehow. Yeah, so it was like a time... Basically a time pressure thing. Just had to kind of panic in the time pressure. Okay, they played a good game. They played a really good game. All right, wait, sorry. Before I start, do we have any opening requests? Okay, Scotch Gambit. Okay. All right, anything for black? Because I expect we might get black. I see Scotch Gambit for white. Is anyone... Ooh, Black Lion. Oof, I don't really know the Black Lion. I guess we could try. Okay, let's see. How did the Black Lion even start? Is it like e5, d6? d6, knight d7, e5? Is that what you do? So I could just go here, right? Is this the Black Lion? This looks reasonable. Probably we stop this shenanigans with c6. I don't know if you're supposed to play f5 in the black lion, but I'm going to do it. Am I going to do it? Wait a second. No, I'm not. It looks too risky. I think this is the black line, right? Something like this? Okay. So probably getting the knight on f8 means I won't be checkmated. With the knight on f8, there's no mate. So let's go ahead and do that. It lets my bishop out. And I guess we just have a pretty solid position. It's just a question of what do we do with it? I'm happy to see f3. Okay, they didn't want to. I didn't think so. What if I just go something like queen b6, rook d8? Or queen a5, maybe? Yeah, we got to watch out for knight d5 tactics, but yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Queen d7 and trading this off also probably makes sense. But are they going to attack me with knight f5? That's what I'm afraid of. Let's go queen b6. Because I want to get my rook on d8. Okay, I could take that, actually. Then we have a 4 against 3 majority over here. Gives them this powerful bishop, though. So what else do we have? If they take me, I don't like the weaknesses here and here, though. I think we have to get rid of that guy. Or play d5, but we just don't have enough pieces, right? They have so many pieces. Okay. Also kind of stops my knight. Ah, it's okay. Then I can reroute easy enough. All right, let's put this here. I think I'm going to go here just to attack this pawn. They're going to give me the pawn. This guy's playing like a bullet game, I think. I guess we just take the free pawn. I mean, thanks. Okay. So trading is probably good. We're going to go into an endgame up a pawn. The only thing I'm wondering about is the bishop going to be a problem, but I don't think so. The knight on f8 is a very good defender. But I think trading is definitely an okay move. The other option, though, is we just let them take. Play something like d5, right? But then we lose our pawn. I don't want to lose my pawn. If they ever play this, I have bishop f6. Trade. They take with the rook. Bishop f6. Rook f4, though. Got to be a little careful. I'm expecting the bishop. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so let's just go queen h5, maybe. Queen h5. Shouldn't be any tactics for them. The only real weakness in my position would be the g7 square. But they can't go there. And like I said, if they go here and here, we have bishop f6. I would like to trade these pieces, though. If we could trade these bishops, our position gets much better, I think. As long as we don't lose this pawn. So how do we make that happen? We reroute the knight. Put the bishop there. Knight d7. Put the bishop there. Knight e6 now, though. We have knight c5 threats. Also knight g5 ideas. Yeah, knight e6 looks good. If I'm not mistaken. This is already defended. Let's go. Let's go knight here or here. Okay. Probably just drop back. Queen g6, bishop e4. I don't really want to repeat moves. Where else can I put the queen? On h3? Or like somewhere else? No, I don't think that's the right place. What about h6? Is that a good square? h6. Can't really attack me because bishop c1, then I get the diagonal. And also might be useful defending this pawn too. So, okay, we could play like knight c5 and then try to go queen g6. Queen d4 has bishop f6. There's bishop f5 though. Maybe just bishop f8. Defends the checkmate, defends the pawn. We trade off some pieces. Okay. I guess I have to go back. I mean, I'm playing relatively quickly. This guy's just blitzing out every single move, so you can't keep up with someone on time unless you're just gonna play a blitz game, which I'm not doing. So I have to just keep trying to make good decisions, right? Let's play a6, defend the pawn. Try to trade some more pieces here. I think we're gonna take that. Play d5. Because now I'm defending this so I can get two connected pawns here. Looks great. But do I have a tactic? So that looks like a fork to me. Queen b6, you can't do it. It looks like a fork, as far as I can tell. Rook b1. Another fork. But they had a lot of time on the clock, so it wasn't a total loss for them. Maybe somewhere someone will give them something for those extra minutes. You know, you never know. Okay, so yeah, they just blundered at the end, basically. Black Lion, huh? Black Lion for the win. Yeah, they just gave me the pawn. That was a big mistake. And then blundered the fork. That's pretty much all that there is to say about that game. It was going to be interesting if they would have played a better move here, because we still had a winning position, probably with the 2 pawns, but it wasn't going to be easy. But this was just... Thankfully, I was paying attention and saw it. Okay, cool. All right, what do we got next, guys? What have we got next? I need a white and a black opening. Probably white, but we never know. Did I miss any requests? I don't see any. Can I get away with the Danish Gambit at 2,500? Yeah, I think so. I think the Danish Gambit is solid enough. Okay, we'll try a Danish Gambit, Wadi. Assuming I get white. If I get black again, I'll need a really quick suggestion from someone. Oh, quick suggestion. What are we doing? What are we doing? I was not and it's in English too. Like, what do you do against the English? Quick, someone tell me, B5? Is B5 a move? I think it is a move, actually. I think it is. It's kind of like, what's that opening? What's the name of the opening? I forgot. Like a Banco Gambit, but in a weird way, I believe. Yeah. Let's attack the pawn. I mean, in a 10-minute rapid game, you can pretty much get away with anything, right? Like, this is not the same as a classical OTB tournament, so we can do whatever we want. Let's take this now. So Banco Gambit, you would sack a pawn like this, and you use these open files. This is not quite like that, but still getting some tempos here. E5, knight f3. What am I going to do? Bishop c5, bishop b4 to try to get e5. Yeah, that's what we want. Something like that. We want to just get these pieces out really quickly. The good news is most people who play the English do not want a position like this, right? If you liked positions like this, you'd play e4. You wouldn't play the English. So I think they're already going to be out of their comfort zone. At least that's my opinion. What about queen a5? Is queen a5 an annoying move? If you take me and I take you, how are you going to deal with that? Bishop d2, we're getting an awful lot of pins. Yeah, I like queen a5. Taking advantage of this. This. Bishop f3, very weird move, right? This is not usually where the bishop goes. So I'm already thinking white's doing some questionable things. I'm already starting to wonder. Well, bishop b4, okay. Bishop d2 allows me to take. So you're going to go knight e2. But then I have bishop a6. If you castle... what happens? Bishop b4, knight e2, bishop a6 castles. And I can be greedy and get a pawn, but I don't want to be greedy. I already sacrificed the pawn. I don't just need to get it back. I'm thinking we just take and go bishop c5. We attack this way instead. Too bad. Knight 92 does seem to kind of hold everything together. What if I go bishop e6, 92, then take? The point is, if you take with the knight, you can't castle, so you take with the queen, but then I'm able to play bishop c5, and I've got an awful lot of pieces lined up there. It's unfortunate that we can't go here, 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 and get this before they castle. All right, I think we're going to go with bishop a6. Okay. James wants the London next. Okay. Oh, he takes. Yeah, for some reason, I stopped thinking about that. I mean, of course, I can just take back. What I'll probably do. Bishop b4, there's bishop d2. Now I don't have the capture, so I guess we do have to take it back. Okay. Still, I think our position is very interesting. He's going to go knight e2. I'd like to go bishop d6, but there is bishop f4. I think. Is there bishop f4? Hold on. Takes, takes, takes. Yeah, there is. Unless I'm going to sack my queen. Ooh, that's tempting, but probably not good. Okay. Yeah, bishop f4 is annoying, isn't it? I mean, I could play g5, but that doesn't feel like the right move. Does not feel like the right move for the position. I don't know. I'm going to develop in castle. I don't see what else to do, so let's just do that. All right, we've got Scotch Gambit in London. So now I don't know if they can get away with bishop f4, because now we take here, they take back, we take here, they take here, we take the queen. They take me. I guess they can. I guess they can, technically. So bishop f4 is still an annoying move. Maybe I just take this. Play that endgame. I mean, I'm assuming they're even going to go here, but they don't have to. They could just castle, right? Definitely seems like they're thinking about it, though. You have to take the queen, only move, because otherwise you lose your bishop. So takes, takes. At that moment in time, I'm up a piece, but they could take me back. And then the game goes on. I would probably play king e7 and d6. I'm down a pawn, 3-6, but I do have some nice active pieces. Probably fine. And if they take here, we're even in material. Then I'm up a piece. Yeah, I'd actually be winning that. All right, so let's do it. Let's do it. I don't want to waste all my time here. I'll save it for the end game. They have to take me. I'm going to take them. Probably going to take back with the rook. Oh, they could take with the rook. Ooh, right about that. Yeah, that's probably their best move. Yeah, because now I have to be careful about this. Although, wait a second, they do give me this. But my knight. My knight is the problem. King e7, a3 takes. This is a problem. So we have to go back. b4, d6. Nope, we lose a piece. We can't do that. Do I have the castle here? I think we have the castle. But I do believe we're going to get some counterplay on the A file, because right now we're threatening to take it. Now, if they're smart, they're probably just going to castle and make me know. They're going to do that instead. Oh, hold up, hold up. Takes. Do. As far as I can tell, I win my pawn back, go into an endgame, bishop against the knight. It's probably slightly better for white, but I think it's okay. They have f3, but we have pawns to take it back with. So I don't think they can actually save it. Question of which pawn am I going to use? I think we should use the f pawn. Okay, they're just going to give it to me. Here we go. And yeah, now I'm thinking the f pawn to defend. Because then I can keep these guys together and maybe get a pawn chain going. If we do this, then it's isolated, right? So, in general, the bishop's going to be better than the knight because there's pawns on both sides of the board. Maybe we can make up for that somehow. So make sure we don't let the rook invade. That's important. Bishop b4. Yeah, that's a good move, actually. I mean, I actually don't know how big of a deal it is. What if I just play d5 and don't worry about it? Or knight a6 and don't worry about it. Let him go there and play king here. Bishop d6. My knight is actually kind of trapped. I think I'd prefer d5. Oh, they're going to go rook e8. No. I messed up. This is bad news. I didn't see the pin. I should not have allowed this. Yeah, we're in trouble. We might be in trouble, guys. Can the pawn do anything for us? Bishop d6, d3, d2. The problem is, if they're smart, they're not going to rush this, and they're just going to stop my pawn and win. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, I messed up. I missed this one. I should have been more careful. Maybe knight a6 was the move I had to play. Or maybe even move my rook or something instead. Like right here, I was too quick. I should have, like for example, 96 check here. It's still unpleasant for me, but yeah, that's it. Gonna be much better. And maybe we get lucky and they try to take my piece. Nope. See, they're too smart for that. Mm. Do I have any tricks? Hold on. I don't think this works at all. I don't think it works at all, but we have to try something. I'm trying to get some sneaky pawn promotion here. Or get a piece back in the process, right? Problem is it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work unless they mess up. Yeah, I don't think they messed up. Because they can just go in front of it. Yeah, I have nothing. I have nothing here. I mean, unless they just let me get a queen, but if they're smart, they're just going to go here. I don't even know why they're thinking about it. You just go there and win. Yeah. You've been asked to teach chess to kids K to 12. You're around 2100, but you've never taught chess and you only know the London Carol. Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to start with openings. You can start with like just basic tactics, basic principles. That's probably where I would start anyway. I don't think openings are really the first thing you would want to start with. Make sure they understand the value of the pieces, controlling the center, developing, you know, don't put your knights on the edge of the board, don't give yourself bad bishops, just like stuff like that. Why am I not resigning, you ask? I don't know, guys. I don't know why I'm not resigning. You never know if they hang some sort of weird back rank mate. Can't go there. Okay, I think we can safely resign now. I just missed Rookie 8. That was a bad decision. Yeah. Got some tough opponents today, though. These 2300s are pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Let's see. How was the opening? Actually wasn't too bad. Although bishop a6 was not the move. Stockfish says, yeah, I did think about this and I was going to do it. No, it actually went to knight a6 here. Oh, interesting. What's the point? Knight b4, you threaten a fork. Then you get your bishop a6 move in. And you can plant your knight on d3. That's fascinating. That's really interesting. Okay. But then how was my decision here? Yeah, this was actually okay. Although apparently I'm supposed to take this right away and grab the pawn on a2 while I had the chance. Ah. Why did I castle first? I don't know why I did that, actually. Yeah, I should have done that. Because this is really nice. The rook here is actually pretty good. Still better for white, but at least we have some counterplay. But allowing them to do that... No, but they didn't even play it right. They just gave it back to me. So yeah, I was fine here. What did I do wrong? It doesn't like f5. It just wanted me to take and play knight a6. And get the knight activated. Yeah, and here, knight a6. I didn't like it because I thought they're going to play bishop d6. And now what is my knight doing? But I had to do this because of what we saw in the game. This just loses to this simple move. That's it. Man, okay, let's see. I missed some super chats. Okay. Okay, Daniel wants to see London too. All right, so I'm sorry to whoever asked for a Scotch Gambit, but it looks like London is going to get the priority right now. Okay, so question for you guys who super chatted about the London. Do you want the London that goes like this? You know, or do you want the Jobava London? Which London are we asking for? That's what I need to know. Who super chatted that? I'm asking the people who super chatted it. Which one do you guys want? This one or the other one? Because they're very different as far as I can tell. You want the boring London? Okay, okay. He wants the boring London. All right, I got it. So boring London. Let me just really quickly do a check here and see if I can see what the main line is. So if I go to Master Games, can you guys see what I'm looking at? That's what I'm looking at. It looks like this. But I'm going to close it so you can see the board. But I'm just looking at the lines. Okay. So E3. I just want to see like what the main line is here. Most people with black will play something like C5. You go C3. They put their knight on C6. We play... Oh, knight D2 first. Interesting. I wonder why. Okay, bishop F5. Now the knight comes out. Actually, no, queen B3 is a move that does pretty well here. Queen B3. So you just attack that. Then you take this. And you take with the A pawn. You open up this. Interesting. Okay, so there's that one idea. Now let's just go back for a second. I want to just see some other things that black plays. How about bishop F5? Again, the knight's going to D2. And then knight F3. Okay, let's just say they play something like bishop D6. What is the generally accepted move here for white? Knight E5. We sink our knight in the center. And we play bishop E2. Why do we play bishop E2? Because if they castle, wow, they actually get into trouble. How about that? G4. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. So what I am learning here, guys, is this is very interesting. Yeah, this looks great. This looks really great. And after h6, you just obliterate the king side. Ooh. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do that. So we're going to play London. We're going to go knight here, jump the knight to e5, and we're going to just delay castling. We'll put our bishop on e2, and maybe if we're lucky, we'll actually get to attack with the London. All right, let's try it. Let's give it a try. Here we go. All right. d4. Season your food. Interesting name. Let's go bishop f4. Aha. We already have him thinking. Look at that. e3. Keeping it nice and simple. Should I play c3 or knight d2? Probably c3. Just keep everything nice and solid. Then we'll go here. Knight d2. Okay, they commit d5, which is good. Now we can sink our knight in. Hey, we've seen this before. This is almost exactly what we looked at, isn't it? Except I think the other line, the bishop was out here. So I don't know how much that changes it. It's probably better for us if the bishop's on f5 when we play g4 because we get a tempo, and then again we get a tempo. But that being said, still something to keep an eye on. Now they're not castling either, so that's another thing. Okay, so they do have 3 pieces, which means if I let them, they're just going to take this. The options would be bishop b5, queen a4, or probably knight f3. I think we should probably go knight f3. I think we should keep that guy supported. And then I guess we have to just put our bishop here or here. The thing about b5 is they always just go bishop d7, and what did I really gain from that? I let them maybe trade their bad bishop for our good bishop or something, so I think I'd rather the bishop on like d3. Okay, interesting. So they are really trying to get rid of our knight. All right. Queen a4 would pin one of them. Bishop b5, and then we could trade for one of them. That's different than before because now they can't play bishop d7. I don't think we can do anything crazy, can we? No, it's defended, so we can't. If we take and they take us, they actually would win a pawn, so they would probably just take back. Yeah, I kind of like bishop b5 here, I think. And actually giving up one of these. I mean, sorry, giving up our bishop to get one of the knights. So even though it's not a pin now, if one of the knights captures, it will be pinning the other one. You guys see that? So we still defend our knight in a weird way. Okay, so now I guess we take. I don't like giving up our good bishop, though. But I feel like I'm sort of committed to that at this point. I mean, the only other thing that I could think we could do would be... No. No. See, actually, I don't know if I like this. I don't want this bishop coming here. Maybe I need to be careful. What if we just trade and keep the bishop? Maybe we just bail out of everything. Just say, look, we were wrong. They're going to take back, and I'm probably just going to trade and come home. Just come home. I just don't think we give up this bishop so easily, right? Then we have to worry about this all game. It doesn't seem like the right decision. Now, they are going to get to play e5 before we've castled, which is unfortunate. But luckily for us, we can just take it, and castle. And then they have some doubled pawns. So by the way, the only reason I could get away with this trick here is if they would have taken me, I have this check, this in-between Zwischenzug tactic. Check, have to move, then we take back. We actually win a piece in that situation. Yeah, they want to play e5 and get the king open. So e5. We have queen e2, though. It's an endgame. I guess that's fine. Alternatively, we take this way, but there's also going to be queen b4. It's probably a little less dangerous. Okay, we'll take this way. Normally, you would take this way, but I'm not castled, and they are. So that's the big no-no, right? Now, I think we could have gotten away with it with queen e2 and then castle next move, but I like this, actually. This is a weakness for black. So here we have queen d2. Here we can probably just take and then castle. Now I do have to pay attention to this pawn. Yeah, they're getting rid of their weakness, which is smart. I think we need a castle. I need to get this problem solved right away. So let's just castle. And I'm probably going to take the isolated pawn. But let's see. Is knight d4 out of the question? Maybe not. Wait a second. Did I miss? No, I didn't miss it. No, I didn't. I was going to say, did I miss a Greek gift sacrifice? But no, because they always have knight f6. So I didn't miss it. What if I take, they take with the knight? Then can we do it? Check, knight g5. They go back, queen h5, and we win? I think. So takes, check. They come up. We go queen g4. f5. Maybe they can get away with it. Yeah, unfortunately, looks like they can get away with it. Okay. So if there are no tactics, then what move should I play? Knight g5 is interesting because then if you, for example, take, I take back. I am threatening that. There's knight f6, though. Rook c1 makes sense, I think. Now let's just play rook c1. So they're trying to create a target on b2 for themselves, which is smart. So I might try to play b3 and just trade it off. Rook b8 takes... e4 is also something, because if we can get our pawn to e5, maybe we actually can attack on the king side. Okay. They're not going to let me do that, but they are going to give up e5, so probably should take that. He can't really come in, or I have f3. But maybe now we play b3 and trade this off. G4, G5. I mean, is that too crazy? I would play F4, but then the knight's really strong. They're going to do one of these moves. They have to do this, basically. What should I do? What should I do? Whoa. I was not expecting that at all. I'm going to do a pawn sacrifice because then the queen is going to be so far from the defense of the king that we will attack it. So, and also the knight's not going to have a good place to go. It's going to either have to go to E8 or H5. I guess technically you could go to E4, but I was thinking F3, but I guess I should have thought about that more. F3 takes... Maybe they can actually do that. Okay, well, regardless, the queen is far away from the king. Rook A1 almost traps it. That's funny. Almost traps it. Okay. I think I want to go G5 here. Now is where it's going to get interesting. F3, H4. So you have to go this way with your knight. Oh, there's F6 though, I guess. No, but then... What is happening? Knight here, rook here. I'm trying to attack the king while the queen is on the other side of the board. That's what if I can do that, I think we'll have very good chances of the attack working. Knight G5, H4, F6. What do we do? Take it? They take us? Or we move the knight somewhere? Yeah, we just move. F6, we move it here. No, we move it here. Yes, then we move it to C5. Then when the knight moves, we take this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Knight's running out of squares. Okay, I think I'm going to go here, but let me just verify that's the best place. I could also go here. Could also go here. Ooh. Ooh. Guys, I just noticed something really good. You remember the queen was trapped except it could go to B3? We got our knight on C5. It can't go there. We trapped the queen. I may have just stumbled onto the most brilliant tactical idea of my life. Look at that. Oh, wow. For example, they go here, I go here. They still have to save the knight. They're going to go here, let's just say. Knight C5, knight F7, rook A1. How do they stop it, though? Do they have to give me the exchange, maybe? This doesn't really do anything. I just move and attack it. Maybe they have to give me the rook. That is crazy. My whole point was to try to attack the king. This is fascinating. It's really fascinating how this knight of mine is now going to be going like this, and all of a sudden, I mean, yep, that's exactly what they decide, to give up the rook. If I go there now, they can get away. But we can still go here and force the endgame. We can force the endgame. So what's the situation? 3-6, 3-4-5. We're up in exchange. We're probably going to win this pawn, realistically. Now they could try to hold on, but then I'm coming on the 7th rank. I'm going to take it one way or another. They could try to go here, but it's too slow, I think, because we just take this. Okay, they want to jump in, and they temporarily stop me from going there. That's actually a very good square for the knight, isn't it? It's a really good square for the knight. If I go here and trade, then I'm going to have to deal with... It might be a tough endgame to win. So I should probably defend this temporarily. Because they also could have gone here. So we start by defending this. We're going to most likely put the rook on e2. Then we'll be able to play e4. And then I can also sneak behind and take the pawn that way. Yeah, it's really interesting. Even if we like somehow trade these pawns and trade a pair of rooks, could I win a rook and 4 against a knight and 5 pawns? Like, I don't know. Okay, so let's just do this. We defend. I think we need to bring the king first. And then we can push. Or I can also run the king here. Yeah, I think e4 is most important, probably. Although you have to be careful you don't lose the pawn. Do we go after this and give up this file? Do I go behind and then play e4 so you can't take me? Do I go here and make them defend and then try to attack? Man, guys, decisions, huh? Because if they come here and take this, I don't know. Okay, I don't want to lose on time. Let's go. As far as I can tell, the only way they win this pawn is by giving me this pawn. Which I think is a good trade, because then we have a pass pawn to work with. But I will give it to them. And if they don't, I guess I'm going to push and make a pass pawn anyway. Oh, no. Well, now I guess the only way to win is to flag them, unfortunately. Which I think I can do. Maybe not. I shouldn't have sacked the rook. I shouldn't have sacked the rook. Keep the rook. I was going to win. I was going to win. I just panicked. All right. Yeah, so I didn't play the opening quite perfectly, but we got into an okay position. All right, and then G4, not great, but they're not supposed to take the pawn. After they take the pawn, whoa, Stockfish says you're supposed to go here. And what's the move? Oh, come on. Come on. You know what the Stockfish move is here, guys? And it makes total sense when I see it now, but Stockfish wants you to move this rook again over here. Giving up your knight because now you just win. Because if I move my queen, there's checkmate. I mean... Also, this no longer traps the queen because you take here. Well, apparently after you do this. No, then you take here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Then you take here. Wait, hold up, hold up. This is winning for black? This is winning for black because they have so many pawns, apparently. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 against 3. You have 4 pawns for the knight. I mean, I say winning. It's better for black. Wow, it's really interesting. Okay. But they gave me the exchange. Then I forced the trade. And I'm completely winning. So how did I not win this game? It's because I went on the defensive. I went on the defensive instead of being aggressive. That was my mistake. Stockfish says play h5. I don't know why. Then play rook b7. Give him this pawn. And then just, you don't even care about that. The only thing you care about is this. Which is, I guess, why you wanted this pawn up here. Because now you're going to use it to help you checkmate their king. That is crazy. Just be aggressive. It doesn't even matter that if they take this pawn. Get your rooks on the 7th rank. That's it. Get your rooks on the 7th rank. All the moves that Stockfish is suggesting have to do with that. Either rook a1, getting ready to set up to come here, or rook c1 to force them to make a move. And then you can go behind and get the pawn. And if this happens, you're just winning. And this is so weird because, like, I know this, right? I know that this is good. But for some reason, I didn't focus on it in the game. Like, why? Right? Why not? Why did I decide to just put my rook defending pawns? Like, I know this is the bad decision. Oh, Nelson, you have so much to learn. You have so much to learn. Now, that being said, I still got into a nice position here. If I would have played rook c7, it's a little tricky here with the knight and the rook. Okay, then I did it. All right, now we're doing okay. Should have taken this pawn. Not sure why I didn't. And then, yeah. Even here, though, if I go check and then sneak over and grab the pawn, I still have chances to... That's probably still a draw. Okay, so it should have been a draw. And then at the end, obviously, yeah, I think if I keep the rook on the board, I'm going to win. I had plenty of time, too. 10 seconds is plenty of time. I had no reason to do this. What an awful decision. Like, just move here. Take the pawn. What are you doing, Nelson? Just take the pawn. You can just take it right away. Get a queen. Keep your rook and get a queen. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's a learning experience. We're learning. All right. What else do we have? I think I'm supposed to do a Scotch Gambit, right? Was the opening requested? Okay. And maybe something for black. I might need a suggestion here quickly. Oh, yep. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? What do we got against e4? French? Elephant? Traxler? Traxler, let's go. I like it. I like Traxler. What is the Traxler again? I forgot. They have to play bishop c4, right? Is this a Traxler? Bishop c... Yeah. This is a Traxler, right? 2 knights into bishop c5. Okay. Ah. What is this? I usually play d5 in this position to try to get some excitement. But Traxler's gone, unfortunately. What else can we do? I mean, d5 is not really that great of a move if they know what to do. If they don't know what to do, you can get some really nice positions, but if they know what to do, you're kind of in trouble. All right, well, let's just go bishop c5. They're going to go like c3 and do this. So I can either play a6 or a5 after this is coming. Let's play a5. Okay. So I'm going to play g5 and try to attack on the king side here. It's a little risky if they start busting open the center. But they're kind of playing slowly, so maybe I can get away with this. Actually, did I have knight g4? I guess they have rook e2. Yeah, I guess they have rook e2. I have an idea. It's kind of a crazy idea. I probably shouldn't do it, but... Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't think this is going to end well for me, but I'm going to have fun losing. I think they're going to go bishop or knight e3. And what I'm thinking about is something crazy like f5. Just not sure. I should trade a piece or two first or just do it right away. So if I do it right now, the issue is, well, that's actually not an issue because we would have that. So they can't take, if they took the pawn. Yeah, I could still take it. So if they take here, we take back. We try to attack here. I like that. If they, let's see, what else could they do? Because I would be threatening like f4. Yeah, I think we can do it. I actually think we can do it. Let's go. Let's go get that king. I think one way or another, we're about to see some fireworks in this game. It's only on move 10. What's the thinking behind the move f4? Yeah, so you want to like throw this pawn forward because, well, for one, it's going to force the knight to move, so they'll have to take. And then it limits the bishop's option, so the bishop's kind of cut off. It gives me kind of all the space behind the pawn to work with. And then at some point, I'm going to play g4, and when the knight moves, I have support, and I can push either of the pawns forward and ultimately clear out the path to the king. Wow. See, that just feels like I should take on f2, like, immediately. Like, do I even have to think about this? Just take it and play f4, right? Because we have the pin. Like, my instinct is telling me just take it right away. Or play h5 and ignore it. Those are the two moves right away that are coming into my mind. h5 might even be better. Because the thing is, they can't really take me without really creating some serious weaknesses here where my queen might be able to just checkmate. But I don't know. Let's just take, because that's a bit riskier. This way it's obvious I'm going to get my piece right back. So I'm not even really sacking a piece here. I'm just making some trades that are going to obliterate the white king. Now, to be fair, my king is not exactly safe either. So I do have to pay attention to tricks like this. Yeah, this is a total mess already. Which is what I wanted. So I got what I wanted. Question is, can we win the game? Wouldn't it take too long for the queen to get there? I don't know. I mean, I don't think so. It's 2 moves, which is not very long. But also, like for example, h5 takes. Let's say they move the knight. There's also things like if we push, let's say they take and then I push, I'm hitting this and then they take and I take and then I somehow immediately bring the queen. Like it's very complicated though. So we'll have to check that with Stockfish. I think in a classical game, absolutely I would have spent a ton of time trying to figure out if h5 is playable there. But in this case, you know, you might spend 3 out of your 5 minutes remaining and just find out it actually doesn't work and then you're in trouble. So I was like, let me just take this instead. This one looks pretty straightforward, that this is not going to be too bad for me because I get the piece right back. Now, obviously, I don't think it's as strong either because h5 was getting the rook involved is very good, but I'm hoping I can still do that later, like in the next couple moves. Love to bring my queen and like somehow get the bishop out here and castle. That would be amazing. So that's another thing I'm thinking of. Because then my castle over here and we get to use our rooks. That's great. Okay, so they go back. So I think we have to take our piece back now. But the good news is we also open up this. I don't have to take this. I could just let it sit there. So g4 seems very logical. If they take me, I'm really happy to get my bishop developed there and pin that. If they don't take me, then they have to move their knight. And we take. Actually, we have to be careful taking. We might get checkmated, but they move their knight. We could even play rook f8 or something and then take here. I mean, definitely looks like it should be the move. Now, I could also start with this. No, then they might play g4. No, let's do it. This definitely is the move. Wow. Okay. Let's take back. So this is one of those situations, right, where you have this trade. You can make the trade or you can let them make the trade. You don't want to make the trade because then you waste your move doing that. Actually, I guess technically you don't waste your move because they have to recapture. But I guess I felt like it was a waste because it brought their rook into a position that I would feel is more helpful for them. Whereas this way, this doesn't really change much about the king position. Okay. So we have some checks. You have to watch out for queen h5 checkmate stuff. So queen f6. Rook f8. Queen d4. Oh, wait a minute. Check, queen d4, king h1. I guess my question is if I play queen d4, how do they stop this? Knight g4 doesn't do anything. It's got to be queen d4, right? It's got to be queen d4. Oh, queen. No. They can't. Yeah, it's got to be this. The point, guys, is you can't let the king get away, right? When you're trying to checkmate the king, you can't let it get away. If you check first and then you check second, it hides in the corner. How are you going to get to it? I mean, yes, you could take this, and that's still a very good position. Don't get me wrong. That's a very good position, but I think this is even better. Because if it has to go here, we probably just have some checkmates. Someone said queen f6 and gh. I mean, yeah, you could try that, but then they're going to play rook f1 and attack your queen, and then they're going to start checking you, and I don't like that so much. This way, I think we just won. Okay. So check, knight f3, bishop g4. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. We've got him pinned every which way. We're about to castle. I guess technically they could play c3. Check, check. Okay, so the plan is to take and go check. Or castle. Check. It's not quite. They could go king f2. Check. Check. Yeah, we're going to need the other rook. I think we're going to need a castle. We're going to need another rook. That's a good move. I didn't see that, actually. All right, let's castle. Somehow, they're defending pretty well, actually. Maybe we push the pawn here to undermine the support of the knight. To make a decision if they take this, though, do I leave the queen on this diagonal where I want it, or do I keep the pawns intact? Okay, it's still pinned. Maybe I should keep the pawns intact. Well, they want to play knight e5. That's what they want to play. I don't think that's a good move for them, though, is it? Probably just queen e6. No! Oh, Nelson, what are you doing? I didn't realize they could just take that. Now we're going to lose. Oh, my goodness. Okay, only strategy now is to flag them, which is not going to be easy. Especially when you give up your rooks. Oh man, I can't believe this happened like this. Oh, I can't believe that happened. Yeah, of course we had a brilliant move. We were crushing the guy. Ugh. I still think queen d4 is probably the best move, but let's see. Maybe I was wrong. Let's see. Okay, so we actually were not winning as much as I thought we were. We were definitely winning, but it wasn't like completely over. Okay. H5, not a good move, but only if they play d4. If they take it, it's kind of an equal position, which is really interesting. And if they move their knight, now we are winning queen f6, and this is too strong. So there definitely was something to that. Knight f2 is second move on Stockfish's list. The first move, though, is just taking here. Because if they take with the bishop, you take. If they take with the pawn, now you're able to play g4, and this looks very nice for us. But this way... Yeah, they messed up. They should have gone to g1. It felt like f1 was the wrong square. So we take. Apparently, yeah, g4 is okay. Queen d4 is the second. No, now it's the first move. Stockfish is changing its mind. Yeah, it likes queen d4 the most. So we played the best move. Yeah, we played the best move. Okay, so they take. Check. Very good. Bishop takes. Yes. Queen d7 or queen d6. Both are fine. Castles. h5. This threat was actually real. I just needed to avoid that, and I win. I'm probably going to win this game easily if I just avoid that one thing. Yep, that was it. And then here I had to go into the end game. I had to go into the end game. I just thought quickly that I would defend my bishop from the queen and attack the knight at the same time. I forgot that the knight's attacking it. That's a blunder, obviously. So if I just play queen g7, it's over. I mean, look at our position. They can't move the knight. This is here. We got both rooks ready to come into the attack. There's just nothing. Now I can play h4 and I just win. I had the right plan. I just blundered, so it's okay. I don't actually mind losing games like that where I just blundered. I'd rather lose a game from blundering than a game from completely like misevaluating the position, because in OTB tournaments, right, where I have more time, that's when you'll lose. You won't probably lose from a blunder like that in an OTB tournament. You'll lose if you don't understand the position at all. So the fact that I, for the most part, was understanding the position, I think is a good sign. Okay, what do we want for openings, guys? What do we want for the openings? I'm starting a new game. I assume we're going to be white. Ooh, we're playing at 2,000? Yikes. Do I even get any points? I get 2 points. Okay. Okay, what's the Rui Lopez? Dude, I don't know anything about the Rui Lopez. Let's try it. Rui Lopez exchange variation. Okay, John. This one's for you. Exchange. What do I know about this position? That castling can't be bad. I know that much. Now what? C3, D4. Problem is bishop here, right? Bishop D3. Yeah, no, we probably have to go slowly here. We have to be careful of stuff like that. Okay, but this way, maybe I'll just defend it. Or should I just force the issue? Let's force the issue. Maybe they'll play h5. Fishing pole trap. I think it's a mistake in this position. Yeah, okay. See, bishop e3. I don't know if that's smart or if I should not do that. Let me just go knight d2. Let me just go knight d2. I'm not super familiar with this, but I'm going to try to make it up as I go along. How about c3? So we could play b4, get a little space. We could play a4. Then they're just going to play a5. Kind of like g4, knight h4, and getting this bishop maybe, and jumping our knight to f5 looks not too bad. How do we get our bishop out, though, right? We can play slowly with this idea. I'm going to play g4. I don't know. Something about this just seems okay. Because they can't play f5 now, so I think we did a good thing there. All right. I'm going to try like knight c4. We could either get that bishop or we could reroute over here. Okay. Bishop e3. Knight e3, a4. So if I play a4, they play a5, what happens? Nah, I think I'll just go bishop e3. Because if they take, now I can take back. Actually, I can take with the pawn, open this up, but I think I'll just like to put my knight on f5. I think I'll just do this. Oh, h5. Okay. That's an interesting move, isn't it? Let's go here. Allows my queen to defend the pawn. I don't want to trade queens, so I'll take with the pawn. Yeah, I like this, because now we can go king here. Look at this. We got the h-file. We've got the h-file. I don't know. Somehow it feels like our position looks pretty good. Even though I had no idea what I was doing. Okay. So king g2, rook h1, queen f3, queen h3. Definitely not out of the question. Also, we could get rid of this bishop keeping our bishop, or get rid of the bishop keeping our knight. They're going to play d5, right? Like, that's how they're going to have to try to do something here. I'm going to play king g2. I think I'm going to play king g2. I really would like to use the h-file. And on d5, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to take and play queen f3. They take me, I take them. think we're fine. I guess I have to be a little careful if they somehow... Okay, on this one, I think we just take it. Alternatively, we play knight f5 ourselves. And we keep their bishop stuck. The knight can't go here. The knight probably doesn't want to go there. And we start opening up the age. Yeah, this looks better. Definitely looks better. Now we have this idea. Stack, check, come up here, bring the other rook, checkmate. Okay, I'm definitely going to take it. I'm just thinking about what am I doing after I take it. Queen f3 or rook h1? Queen f3 seems quite obvious. Rook h1 also seems very good. What are they going to do? Take my knight, probably? Maybe I'll go rook h1. If they take me, I'm going to take this way. Because now I can just immediately go here. I saved a move. I didn't waste a move on queen f3. They have some serious problems with the king. Black better choose their next move very carefully. Okay, queen g4, f6. What's the move? What's the move? f6. Let's just say the queen tries to attack the pawn. No, I think I should play queen g4. King g7. Rook there loses to f6. Yeah, this has got to be the move. So it's a dual purpose move. It pins the pawn. It attacks this. But more importantly, probably, it threatens to come over to the h-file. Because they stopped us, right? We wanted to go to h5. They stopped us. But now we can force our way in. I think this just loses to queen h4. Because of the tactic. If you try to go there, f6, like I said. Forces the king to cut off support. We take it, and if you try anything else, how do you stop me? Are you going to try to run this way? No, I don't think that's going to work. Very important that we have this little move, right? That's a cool tactic, actually. I think black can resign. Okay. f6, checkmate. Here. Takes. Checkmate. Do they have any other moves? Rook g8. Rook g8. Let's see. Check. They could run here. And if we go f6, they go back. Okay. Wow. There's some cool moves here. I think I see how to win, although I'm just not sure if queen g4 messes it up. So what I was thinking was we could even sack our queen. Yeah, the queen g4 though is an annoying move. Okay, hold on. Check here. Queen, let's just say... Let's say we throw in the check to force the king. Then we can attack. Yeah, the queen g4 move is a problem for us. Because then the king can run. Queen g4 is a problem. Okay. So how do we deal with queen g4? If we take, what happens? If the pawn takes, we win the queen. That's easy. So the pawn's not going to take. If the king takes, checkmate. So they can't take us. If they run, check. What if I just play like f3? What if I just play f6, f3? Because now that we've stopped this, I think we can do all the cool fancy tactics over here that are going to win us the game. But we just had to deal with this one move, as far as I can tell. For example, I could just go here right away, and they can't take me because checkmate. That's one example. And I'm actually threatening to take, bring the rook. Actually, no, maybe am I threatening to do that? Stack the queen, double up the rooks, and checkmate. Can they stop that? Pretty fascinating position. Okay. They're threatening the pawn. So check, king moves. We go here, but then they're going to run. A4 and we trade the knight. I don't know if that helps me or not. I think I'm just going to take this pawn. I think I'm just going to take this pawn. And then I can play like rook h7, rook h1, something like this. I wonder if I missed something or if black just defended well. Feels like maybe I missed a forced win, but it's possible that I didn't. I need to move a little faster. I don't want to get flagged in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could also trade queens and win in the endgame. I'm not going to rule that move out completely. Let's bring the rook. And I'll just get control of the file. The other rook. I don't want to let him take that pawn. That's a key pawn. I'll take tripled pawns. I'll take tripled pawns to keep that guy alive, actually. Usually tripled pawns are really bad and really weak, but in this position, these pawns are actually really good. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, look at these. These guys are monsters. I have rook g7, I have rook e1, rook h1, bring the king up, trade the knight for the bishop. Not a very good bishop though, so I don't think I'm going to do that. You know what? Why not? Why not? I do have check here, I think. Triple pawns are going to win it. They're too strong, guys. They're way too strong. Triple monsters, that's right. Okay. I guess now's the time because we can grab another pawn here. Actually, I might play a4 and trap his king, or c4. Nah, I'll just take the pawn. Take the pawn while I can. Let me try not to get flagged here. I could still get flagged if I'm not careful. Wait, that's checkmate, isn't it? Yeah, let's checkmate. Interesting game. I'm really curious what Stockfish says about that attack. Did I miss something or did I do the right stuff? Was I playing a kid who's like 6 years old? Looks like I was playing a kid. I wonder how old this guy is. He might even be like 5 years old. Dude, if that's true, man, just imagine what he's going to be in like 5 years from now. Okay. Might be an old picture. That's true. That's a good point. So we did this exchange thing. And I don't really know what to say about these opening moves, but let's just kind of get to the more interesting moment. We played knight h4. Okay. We brought the king up. Stockfish likes it. We brought the knight in. Stockfish likes it. We traded that. Rook h1, solid option. Uh-huh. Queen g4. Yeah, so we're totally winning. Oh. That was my mistake. I forgot that you can win games by taking their queen, too. You don't always have to get checkmate. I forgot about this little detail. I mean, I didn't really want the queen. I wanted the king, but, you know, if they give you the queen, you should take it. Okay. That's why the game wasn't easier, because I didn't see that. That being said, this was not an awful move, but they did have rook g8. And then, yeah, check is okay, but they do get away. And f3 is not really needed. I should have just taken the pawn, Stockfish says. If you're going to take the pawn anyway, just take it now. Or play e5. Yeah, somehow they did sort of come back in the game here. If they would have played king d7 and I played rook h1, let's just say. Wow, a5. Black is almost equalized. Takes, a3. They open this up. And somehow b5, black is not that far behind. Wow. So moral of the story is if somebody gives you a free queen, you got to take it. If somebody gives you a free queen, you have to take it. That's the moral of the story. Oh, and then later we had these beautiful tripled pawns. Does Stockfish agree with me on the triple pawns? Let's see. Yes, it does. It says queen f5. It says triple pawns for the win. And then here, okay, it doesn't like that one as much. It would have played check first, and then it would have actually taken. So, okay, it doesn't like the triple pawns as much as I did, but I thought they were amazing. These these guys were doing some work. Look at this. Look at all these squares. The rooks can't do anything. Did Queen H8 work at any point there? Queen H8. Yeah, so I know it was definitely gonna work, except the Queen G4 check I think messed it all up. So the problem is this move. And the fact that I guess I can't bring the other rook to help is not good for me, and I have to resort to... So apparently this is a draw somehow. I have to just come back, and it's a draw. If they don't have Queen G4, then... I mean, of course, this is checkmate. What I initially was wanting to do, before I noticed Queen G4, was something like this. I was going to go check here, attacking their rook. No. I was going to go here, attacking their rook, with the idea that if they take me, I have checkmate. See that? And then the other idea is if they try to save their rook, I also have checkmate. So that's what I wanted to do. That would have worked so beautifully. Except for the fact that as soon as I go here, they just play Queen G4. And it messes everything up. Because, actually, yeah, it's not even the fact that they are attacking my king that messes it up. It's the fact that it opens up a square for their king. So now, this is no longer checkmate like it was before. And they just escape. So that was why Queen G4 check was such a problem for my position, right? So, yeah, unfortunately, none of these cool back rank tactics worked with Queen G4. So when I played F3, I guess I was kind of hoping they would do some random move, you know, like A6, let's just say. And now I can do what I was going to do. I'm going to go in. I'm going to play Queen G7. Yeah, and it works perfectly. This leads to the checkmate. And you can't save your rook unless you go here. But then, of course, this one. So we were so close. Just that one move just messed everything up. Cool tactics, though. And it's good to be aware of these, like, it's kind of like a back rank mate, but it's with the pawn helping instead. You know, it's interesting, right? Okay. Let me do a bathroom gambit. Guys, give me some openings in the chat, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, what do we have opening wise? I just see like 25 different openings all at the same time. How am I supposed to choose one, guys? Oh my goodness. I guess I was hoping for some agreement from you guys on what to play here. Let's play d5. Let's play e6. There's one opening I've been wanting to test. What is it? It's something like this. Yeah, no boom. Yeah, this is one. No boom. Let's test this one out. Let's see what happens. I think you go bishop b4. This is a weird opening where you like get some pawns on the side or something. Yeah, this is a fun one, I think. I think it's pretty complicated too. Oh, e4 though. I don't know if that's the... I don't think that's the main move. I think e3 is the main one, but okay. e4 seems probably reasonable. Do I still just go b5 here? Why not? Why not? I didn't pick anything that you guys said because I couldn't handle it. It was too much. I was overwhelmed. Sorry about that. All right, let's go a5. Yeah, see, I don't even know if this is good. Because I'm not familiar with this e4 move. But if I'm not mistaken, what usually happens is somehow you end up with 2 pawns over here. Although I think for that to happen, they're actually supposed to take with the bishop and play b3. And they didn't do it. So I don't know what's going on anymore. I mean, maybe we still could push this at some point, but not right now. They're going to fianchetto this. This is a really interesting position. Okay. I think I want to go there. But I also might just want to immediately play knight f6. Yeah, let me go here. Pretty much where my bishop has to go, as far as I can tell. I'm not sure what's happening with the pawns over here. Maybe we push this guy. Let's go knight f6, so we're just attacking. Okay. Now I have some options. Let's see. I could even go queen d5. The issue is bishop g2. I can go knight d5 and then try to play for a b4 at some point. Or I can go here and just threaten to take that. Wow, what a fascinating position here. See, I'm trying to understand, is it good to trade this knight for this bishop or not, right? Is it good or not? I do not know the answer to that question. I don't know the answer. Okay. Do I even bother castling? Do I even need to worry about that? Or do I just start throwing my pawns forward? That's what I really want to know. He's going to castle, obviously. But I'm wondering about this move. Because if you take me... Oh, I can't play bishop a6. My knight's hanging. Ah. That's too bad. I really wanted to do that. That's too bad, isn't it? I can play bishop a6, though, and then try to push it. Gonna have to watch out for this, but my knight's kind of blockading it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Basically, my plan is to go here and here and just get 2 queens. You think we can do that, guys? You think we can get 2 queens? Okay, what's the idea? He wants to go here and here. That's a pretty good idea. It's a pretty good idea. Yes, it is. I don't think we have a lot of time to waste here, folks. So I am thinking it's now or never. Let's go. So they're going to play 94. Maybe there's a small chance they would play a move like this, but I doubt it. Oh, okay. Never mind. So they're trying to checkmate me. I'm going to go here or here or here. Which one? Something tells me I should go to C7. Not exactly sure what, but something. Okay. We'll defend the checkmate. Step 1 to winning games. Defend checkmate. Step 2. Don't get checked on D6. So how do I stop that? Option 1. I just ignore it. Let it happen. Put my king there. And hope I don't get checkmated. And keep pushing. Option 2. A castle. We're going to go option 2. Because I want to use this rook to push my pawns. Now, I still have to make sure I don't get checkmated. Because there's a lot of pieces over here. They're just not really positioned for an attack. This bishop's not going to be in the picture. These pieces are kind of awkward. Yeah, he's trying to make it work. He's trying to make it work, but I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, I could just let that happen and then move. Or I could move first, which I think is what I'm going to do. Yeah, because there's also bishop h6, right? So let's just move. It's getting a little scary, though. H5, queen h5. Like, I got to be real careful. But if we stop the attack here, guess what? I think we're going to be getting 2 queens. Right. So what's he want to do? He wants to go here, checkmate. And if I take, he's going to take back and bring the bishop or queen or something in. So option number 1 for me, queen e7, but then there's bishop here. Option number 2, f6. That looks like a good option. If they take, we take with a pawn, and guess what? Could also play f5, but then knight g5 might be a problem. Let's go f6. Okay, so we're stopping the attack, and then we will get the 2 queens later. I'm in no hurry to get my 2 queens. I'll get my 2 queens later. I missed a fork on c5. What? Fork on c5. Okay, he's taken. He's taken the pawn. I believe I'm going to push, guys. I believe I'm going to push and take some material off the board, but maybe that's the wrong decision. Maybe I should just take here. Why did they take that? Why did they take? Nah, we're going. We're going. I don't care about knight c5. We're going for bigger and better things. Like queens. We're going for queens, guys. All right. I think it's going to be this move I'm going to do. Right here, I'm not really worried about. We just move somewhere. Bishop c8, we lose a rook. I don't think we want to lose a rook. I think I'm going to play c3. Also, knight d4. That's an interesting move, too. Knight d4, you take, I take. If you take me, I take you. I'm down a piece. If I go there and you take, I can check first. You take right away, though. Ugh. Okay, I can't calculate everything. I'm going to go on my instincts. My instincts are telling me you got to push this pawn. You got to push this pawn and deal with the consequences. If they take here, I think I'm going to go queen d7. Or I almost wonder if I can take on here, sack the queen. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, this one I think is pretty straightforward. I think we just take it. Okay, so we've got the pawn. We've got another pawn if we need it, but I'm going to try to make this guy work. How do we do that, though? We have knight c3, but knight b8 hits the rook and the queen can come to the party. Knight e5 might be some crazy sacrifice. Or just push this. What is white going to do, though? I don't know. Ooh, knight c3, knight d4. That's cool. That's a cool idea. Uh-huh. With the sneaky fork. Well, this is such an interesting position, actually. Okay, f5 is one move, maybe? Is my pawn strong enough for me to do this? I am not sure. Trying not to get flagged. That's the issue. Opponent just wants to flag me. So I'm trying to Save a little bit of time here. I don't know if I should take that. I don't know if I should take it or not. I think my pawn is too valuable, right? No, Nelson. No. I needed that pawn, guys. I needed it. So lame. So lame. This is how we lose this game. I bet we had a win. I bet we had a win with the two knights, maybe. No, we didn't have a win. We didn't have a win. Although we had a really good position earlier, so they must have messed something up. Ooh. Yeah, I felt like they did. Stockfish says I should have gone knight e4 and bishop d5. Oh. You defend this so you can play b4 easily. Now if they castle, the knight goes on c6. And let's say they, I don't know, try to move their knight. Now you can always just trade. And I guess push your pawns. And it is everything is set up perfectly to support the pawns. So knight e4, bishop d5 was the correct way to go. This was not bad, but it was not as good. And now, what did I do wrong? Yeah, this bishop a6 move was bad. I should have stopped the knight, because the knight getting here was really good for white. It was really good for white. And now I'm actually losing after that. I didn't need to sack that. Apparently queen f7 is the move. That's the weird move. This is so complicated. And then I should have not traded queens. Keep the queens on the board would have been better. And then I think they messed this up. Probably should have been a draw. I was just way too low on time. Yeah, definitely a draw now. If I can just not get flagged, but yeah. Okay. All right, what do we got for openings, guys? What's next on the list? Fried liver. Oh, okay. I could go for a fried liver. Fried liver or Danish gambit. Okay. All right, let's do it. Oh, you know what? We're black again. What are we playing against D4, guys? What are we playing? England gambit again? All right, we haven't done this in a while. Let's go with the E5 D5 shenanigans. You know what? I'm pretty sure I changed my settings to where. Wait, what do they play? They played C4. I played D5. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I think we have to push this. I think I changed my settings to allow lower rated players, which is why I'm getting a lot of lower rated players this time, I think. Which is also why we're losing a bunch of points. We're getting flagged by these 2200s, and yeah, it's okay. We'll get it back. I'm confident we'll get it back. Maybe not this stream, but it'll happen. Okay. Bishop G4 seems pretty reasonable. And then we'll get this guy out somewhere. Maybe now. We're going to castle. I like the open lines. Queen B3. Okay, I think we just castle and ignore that. I'm not even concerned. I could also play A6. Does A6 do it for me? No, not quite. Almost. There's this annoying move that messes everything up. I think I'm just going to castle. Oh, there's C5. I can't castle. Interesting. Okay, if we can't castle, what can we play? Queen D7, I guess. Okay. Queen D7 it is. Okay. I don't think we trade that. I think we keep the bishop. The question is which way? Which way? Let's keep it here for now, but we can always swing it over here as well. This might be useful to kind of do something there. Okay, I have to watch out for that. If I castle, there's still C5. Actually, no, we have bishop F7. No, we don't. We don't have bishop F7. All right, let's go back. Just kind of defend all the threats from the knight. They're going to castle, I think. I guess I'm going to castle too. Keep my pawn defended. Okay, bishop's under attack, so let's drop it back or do something else. No, let's just drop it back. Knight C5 maybe is coming. We're going to have to give up the bishop. not all bad news. We can play rook e8 then, and we have pretty active pieces. Knight c3 instead. Interesting. I guess I'm just wondering. I guess I'm just wondering if I can't just go knight a5, queen f5, and get something. How they go queen a4. Okay, here's my plan, guys. We get away from the pin, so now we can take the knight. We're also threatening some checkmates if they're not careful. Well, that's not checkmate, but it's close. This is checkmate if the queen moves. And this doesn't work. We have a fork. So how do they deal with this threat? If you move your knight and you... Ooh. Got him. We got him. Okay. What does that move do? What does that move do? Queen e4, they take me, I take them. Bishop d3, I take here. I think it's fine. Are they threatening anything else? I don't think. I can also take with the queen. Actually keeps the knight on a much better square. Oh, they go there right away. Okay. Well, that doesn't really change my plan, I don't think. So we do that. And I'm going to take one of these. The question is which one. In fact, they try rook f1. We might even be able to sack the queen. Do we get enough pieces? I think we do. Get an awful lot of pawns and pieces. Of course, I don't have to do that. I could just take this one and be happy. Maybe I'll just do that. We'll just do that instead. Okay, so we're still up the piece. We're actually up a piece and a pawn now. No, we're just up a piece. Maybe g5, stop the rook. Is that the best move, though? Yeah, I think it's okay. If they attack me here, I can just do something like queen back. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Almost made a mistake. I almost made a mistake. If I take the pawn, what is happening? We can't do that. That's too crazy. Let's go here. I think I see a fancy tactic here. You can't take my knight because I take your queen. If you trade, I come back with the knight. And if you try to go back, I take. Oh, there's check, though. Never mind. There's check. I can't do that. I need to play king b8. There's too many tactics. Maybe I should just play king b8 and be done with it. Let's go here. Let's trade some pieces. We gotta finish this game out here. This is getting a little ridiculous. This is getting a little bit ridiculous, guys. I guess I have to save the knight. Knight f6. Do I have a check? Or do I just come over this way? I had to avoid the fork. Oh. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We have a fork. Yeah, we're going to win now. Okay. Sheesh. We're going to win now. Knight is too strong. I have queen takes f3 if they don't stop it, by the way. That's a cool move. There's another fork. Yeah, they're not going to take that, though. Hmm. Now he just pushed this. Oh no! I was literally like telling myself, yeah, let's just keep the knight out of the way so we don't stalemate, and didn't even think about the fact that he was gonna come this. I was expecting like the king to just keep going back. Oh my goodness. It's just one of those days. It's just one of those days, guys. What happened here, by the way? What was that? Apparently my oh, they could have just taken this. Oh wow. I blundered that too. They didn't see it though. This is just so embarrassing. I am so sorry, guys. There was the brilliant move. This game is so easy to win from this position. It's so easy to win. Like I could have literally just moved my knight in the corner, and it would have been easier to win. You know, Anyway, what are we playing? What are we playing next? What are we playing next, guys? I guess we're gonna be white. Oh, I forgot to change the settings again. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're gonna play the Danish Gambit. We're gonna play the Danish Gambit. Let's go. So Danish Gambit, you give up all the pawns and line up your bishops in attack. That's basically it. Yeah, d5 is a good response. It's a good response. I can either trade queens and play that way, or take the pawn, keep the queens on the board. This is more dangerous when your knight can go to c3, so I'm not sure if I should do that. Still probably fine, though. Still probably fine. Okay, let's do it. We're going to just go like knight d2 and castle and basically say, look, even though we're down a pawn, we have a lead in development and your king is not as safe because of the rook's going to be here. How much would it take for me to play a Bon Cloud? Maybe $100. If someone super chats $100, I'd play a Bon Cloud. But I won't play it in an OTB game. So we're going to attack this, and then we're going to castle and have the rook be putting pressure here as well. We should get our pawn back without too much trouble, I believe. Like this guy, I don't think they can really hold on to that. Yeah, even now might be the time to just go take it. Alternatively, f3. If they push, then we go there. If they play f4, that's interesting, actually. Let's do it. Oh, they have d5, though. Oh, did I just mess up? I might have just messed up. Forgot about d5. Yeah. Oops. d5 is a good move. Oh, Nelson. Okay, they didn't see it. They didn't see it. All right. I think I should put the pressure on the pawn now. Although they have rook d8, so I'm kind of all over the place this game. I'm kind of messing this up, actually. I just want to open up the files and then get my pieces over there. Not really worried about the fork. I think we just check and save the rook. Problem for black is they don't have any pieces developed. We just have one more to go and then we're pretty much ready. King f6, rook g1. How do we attack this king with these pieces is the question. Bishop c4 or b5. If they take the pawn, I think the bishop gets trapped. We play b3 king here. So they're not going to do that. They're probably going to play knight c6. I'm going to trade. Move my bishop out, and I don't know. I messed this all up. I should have played knight c4 earlier. f3 was a really bad move. Right here, we just play knight c4, and we're doing great. Play knight c4, take the pawn back, develop your pieces. You're going to have a great position. F3 was an awful decision. It was a really bad decision. Okay, we have to just keep the bishop on this diagonal so that we don't get forked. So like d5, I don't know if we can take it. Maybe we can because of this, but this is what you have to watch out for. Okay, that's fine. Now I think we just go here. We can also trade first. Okay, what I want to do is go knight e4 when the knight moves because there's a pin. And then we'll take here and we'll have a lot of pressure on this pawn. If they take me, which knight do I take? Which knight do I take, guys? Probably this one, right? Then we keep our pawns intact and they have to waste a move. They have to waste a move, then we jump in. And if they move here, I think we just jump in right away. Or we even consider... Okay, yeah, I think we do this. Okay, because I like this idea. So we're still going to get our pawn back, but I think we messed up. I think I definitely messed up the opening. Okay. 94 should be the move. Let's see if there's anything else that makes sense. I don't think so. Okay, so we got our pawn back, and we have a nice target. So this should be fine for us. They're probably going to go rook f8, and what am I going to do? What am I going to do, guys? Trade? Rook takes. Knight g5. Rook f6. Knight h7. Can also just go here, rook d5, and take the pawn. Yeah, that might be the way to go. Let's see, rook f4. We just take it, right? Bishop c6, we just take it. They take, we take, they take. No, that's a check. They can't. Okay. Yeah, this should be good. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just take this, right? What is he trying to pull? I can also take this, and if here I sack, he takes, I take. That would be fine too, but if I want to keep the rooks on the board, I would take this way. Bishop c6. That's actually interesting. Maybe I will do that. Trade into the endgame bishop against the knight. Maybe I will. So normally you have to be careful, right, when your pieces are defended, because there's a tactic where they sack and then take your rook. But in this case, I counter sack, and it's actually just a big trade where I win the pawn. So we have this endgame 3 against 2, and bishop with pawns on both sides of the board should be better than the knight. Okay. Rook e5, where's the knight going to go? No, 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 no. b6, we chase it. If I go here, attacking the pawn, g6. I go here, h5. Or if I go here, h6, and then g5, h4. Kind of like this move. Obviously, I don't want to get forked, but my bishop's guarding it. Just trying to force this knight like onto the side of the board or somewhere awkward where he can potentially walk into some tactics, like maybe something like this. So if I go there, rook b8. I like that my bishop is just right in the middle of the board. That looks amazing. I think we just try to support that and be happy with our position. Definitely don't want to give up the really powerful bishop for the knight for no reason, so we'll keep it on the board. Yeah, this looks good. Rook c8, you can't play. Oh, can't do that. Cannot do that. Okay, even if they didn't blunder that, it's going to be a slow grind, but we should be able to win. Okay. Yeah, so let's check the opening because I'm pretty sure I messed it up. Let's see. So they played a good move. D5 is a very good move against most C3 openings. And then, yeah, Stockfish actually doesn't like trading the queens as much. And then it says you need to put the bishop on E3, not F4. I wonder why. Anyway, if they would have played knight F6 and king C7, apparently black is just up a clean pawn, and I don't actually have anything. Yeah. But after they played F5, yeah, knight C4 is great. I'm just going to get the pawn back, and I'm fine. F3, not ideal. Yeah, not ideal. That being said, they didn't play it just right, and... Ooh, I missed it. I missed knight G5. Oh. Guys, this is what I need to get better at. I need to not miss things like this. You can't miss things like this and be a GM. You can't do it. That's really obvious. Free piece. 1, 2, 3. Only 2 defenders. The rooks can't help. And all I could think about was this. See, this is a weakness I've noticed. Sometimes I get like one thing in my mind, and I think that like that's the only thing that can happen, right? Like I'm calculating this, and I'm just thinking, I'm gonna go check. They're gonna go back. I'm gonna take the pawn, and I can't get that out of my head. Instead of stopping and saying, wait a second, is there anything better? Yes, knight G5 wins a piece. Got to get better at that. Absolutely have to. Okay. We're going to finish it out. One more game. Here we go. What are we playing, guys? Oh, let me change the settings. Let's change the settings before we forget about that. Hold on. Where's it at? Let's see. Should be somewhere in here. Custom, maybe? Okay. Rating range. There we go. All right. I need some opening suggestions. What do you guys got? We're white. What do you got for white? Ooh, new account. Hold on. I got to do a quick check. Yeah, 1600 bullet. I don't think so. They crushed this NM with 97 accuracy. 97.9. Nope, nope, nope. I do not think that's going to happen. Okay. Wing Gambit. Oh, interesting. Wing Gambit. You're talking about against the Sicilian? Hmm. We could try that. I haven't played that in a while. Fried liver. Queen's Gambit. Seeing a lot of Queen's Gambits. It's kind of tough because there's so many decisions you have to make when you play chess, right? And now I'm adding another one on before the game even starts. I have to decide what opening I'm playing from like a million different suggestions in the comments. Elephant Gambit, Vienna Gambit, Stonewall, Italian, Alien Gambit, Ponziani, Grunfeld, Hacksaw Gambit, Owen's Defense, Fried Liver. What is a guy supposed to do? Seriously, what? Oh, well, he limits us. He limits us significantly with this move. You know, there is chess mood openings would say bishop d3. Let's try that. I haven't looked at these in a while. Let's try the chess mood openings. Okay, you take this. I have to remember the general setup of the pieces. I'm fairly certain the knight goes on e2, the bishop drops back to f3, but I feel like there's some other detail. I don't know. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. I'm pretty sure this is the setup. Hmm. Bishop e3. I'm going to try to get my pawn on c4, maybe the knight behind. I don't even know if that's necessary, actually. You might just be able to play simply knight c3. Yeah, maybe let's just do that. Because I think what you want to do is attack over here with the pawns, right? Uh-huh. So g4, g5, make the knight move. Would love to castle too. I want the queen off the back. I want a castle. Yeah, knight's going to move. We kind of knew that was coming. So I guess I'm going to just take it. Keep my bishop. Okay. Let's go ahead and castle. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. How about rook g1 and throw the pawns? What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that plan? If I play g4 right away, actually, that might be interesting too. Just saying, go ahead, take it if you really want. Just take it. Rook g1. Have an open file to attack your king. That is interesting. Okay. I like it. I like it. Do you really want that pawn? Do you really want the pawn? It's all yours. How much of an attack can we get from an open G file? That's the question, right? Okay, they're going to take it. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, we have two options. Bishop g5, not a big deal. We have like h4. We can also bring the knight around, but I think I'll take with the queen. f5 allows me to probably invade. Rook e8. Maybe knight still coming over. Yeah, let's take with the queen. Okay, so g6. All right, so h4 definitely comes to mind. Knight f4, knight g3, queen h6. All of these moves could be considered. Queen h6 is interesting because you stop h5, so I could just easily push this and take. So what would black do? They would probably go bishop f6, bishop g7, right? So let's say bishop f6. Well, I could bring my knight up, but then they go there. I have to leave. It doesn't look very good. h4, if they play h5, that seems like g6 is too weak. Maybe we just do that and take. Of course, if they take me, no way. I'll just do something like queen h6 and win the game. So h4, what? Rook e8, bishop f6. Let's say they go bishop f6. h5, rook e8, we move. I don't know, it looks very good. Looks very good getting that h file open. The knight I think we can bring later. Yeah, let's go h4. I think h4 is a move. I think we bring the knight later. Right now we got to get this guy into the game. It's very hard for them to stop this simple plan. Unless I'm missing something, which is possible. They try to counterattack. I just tuck my king on b1. Okay. h5, bishop g5 is an interesting move because if I take, they take, I take, they actually take my knight. So bishop g5, I guess we actually have to deal with that. How do we deal with it? We probably need to move our knight. Or move our queen, actually. And then there's bishop f8. Queen f3. I just got to get away. I just got to get away from that tactic. Still threatening h5. Of course, they can't play h5 themselves. We just take it. There's a pin. If they maybe go f5, that doesn't make sense. Like, what are they going to play? Bishop f6. Take it? No, I don't think you can take it. Can they take it? Whoa, 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 whoa. This guy is bold. Very bold. What if I just go rook? Okay, let's say queen here. Attacking the bishop. If you play here, I take it. If you play rook e4, knight f4. You move the bishop. Okay, I don't know what's happening, but maybe that's fine. You could also just move the bishop right away. Let's say they just move. Then I jump in. I would go queen h3, but then there's this check, and I have to waste time moving. I don't think we want that. So I think it's going to be here. It's really interesting. I guess we could start with knight f4, but what's the point? If they go like bishop g5, I don't like bishop g5. Okay, I'm going to go here. On rook e4, I could also just play f4, I guess. And then they move their bishop. And I played knight g3, knight f5, something like that. Okay, I did not see that at all. I did not see that at all. There goes any chance of checkmating the king. Gone. Okay. F4 takes. Doesn't really help me. Man. Well, good game. That's it, isn't it? Can't believe I missed that. Man. Cannot believe I missed that. We just lost 2 pawns for no reason. He just took my 2 pawns and then traded the queens. That's simple. Yeah, I mean this is lost. I don't even want to finish this game. So let's see what we did wrong. I'm guessing it wasn't g4. It might have been the other's pawn sacrifice. Okay, they played a really good game, but let's see what Stockfish would have done differently. Yeah, Stockfish doesn't like it. The move here is king b1, although queen f3 is very close second, so that actually was fine. That was the big mistake, allowing them to trade queens. The move that Stockfish wanted was queen h5. So the point is, now you stop queen g5 because you take it with the rook. It's also pinned, so they can't take your queen. You're still attacking their bishop. If they move the bishop, you obviously have this move. So they need to play king h8. Now, you don't want to take the bishop because it's the same situation with the queens get traded. They still get your knight. So you have to go queen h6 to keep the checkmate threat and threaten to take this with your rook. And the game goes on, but apparently after queen g8, black is still somehow surviving by just giving up the pawn here. Wait. Yeah, because you don't actually have checkmate. And you're still down a pawn and they have a better position. Now, you don't have to make that trade. And so what you can do is something else. Stockfish says king d1. But it's just there's no attack for white, basically. So if I was going to do this the right way, I should take some time to get the king away from the diagonal. And Stockfish doesn't like this plan of pushing the pawns. It says it wants the knight to come. And it wants you to put the knight on f5 and get rid of this bishop and do this. Yeah, I have to watch the chess mood stuff. I don't remember the lines. That's the problem. It's a fun opening though if you know what you're doing, I think, but all right, guys. I am going to stop here. Don't forget, Chess Vibes Academy, April 27th. It's Monday. It's going to be open for like 5 days, so you're going to have to kind of get in quickly, and then it's going to be closed for quite a few months. So you can join the wait list. Highly recommend it. I'll see you guys there. Thanks for the opening suggestions. This was fun. We lost about 50 points, but it's okay. I think it's important that I widen my opening. I can't keep playing the same openings, right? I have to get better at different types of positions and learn different openings if I'm going to be a serious contender to become a GM, I think. So that's what I'm working on. I know I'm going to lose because of that. That's okay. I think it's at some point it'll turn around, but yeah, totally fine. All right. Take it easy, Steven, Rob. Thank you guys. See you next time.